Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ms. Blanco. Today is actually Monday, May the 6th, 2024. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week for all of the teachers out there. I was greeted by this beautiful pink, purple, white rose combination. I'm gonna put that in some water as soon as I get home. But I know I did not vlog all last week. I do sincerely apologize. I wanted to get here right at 7:30 and leave right at 4 o'clock. My energy, my motivation for last week was just not there. But this week I feel so much better. So I do want to vlog a full week, but I do want to update you as to what we did do last week, because we did a crazy ton of projects, PBLs, fun activities, like cut and paste activities. It was wild. So I'm going to show you all of the activities that we did. So if you guys want to do it in your classroom, you can. Now, some were voted best, and then there were some were like, Ms. Blanco, can we never do that again? So I'm going to show you guys which was voted best, which was on Monday. They got to create their own fruit salad. Now, they had a budget of $30, and then they had to tell me how much they spent in total, and then what was the leftover remaining amount. And then after, they got to choose their fruits, and then they got to make their own fruit salad. So this one is mine, so you guys can see my artiste ability. I will show you a video of some of the kids' samples. So that was pretty much like Monday. Also on Monday, they had this really fun crossword puzzle about the phases of the moon. They had the word bank on the side and then all of the clues. I did do about 10 with them, and then the rest they did by themselves. I took it for a grade and they all did really good. I only had one kid that missed like 1 or 2, I believe. Now on Tuesday, we are actually diving into science a lot more now that the Math Star test is over, and I just really want to focus on science. So we actually learned about the layers of the earth, the mantle, the core, the outer core, inner core, as well as the crust. So we read this as a class, and then we did the back as a class as well. And then I gave them this worksheet for classwork, and then if they didn't finish, it turns into homework. The next day on Wednesday, we actually checked it for correction, as well as the crossword puzzle. So here's the answer key. So we just basically checked it for completion, as well as like how many did you get right or wrong. Now on Wednesday, after we checked those answers, we actually created this awesome foldable about the layers of the earth. So I'll post a picture of what it looks like, you know, with color from one of the students. But this was mine, and then it opened it up. Of course, it all had color, but it just gave them really cool information. It's just something that I think they'll learn better if they had like some cute little foldable on it. Again, this was all free on TPT. Now after that, I told them that they had to use this information as well as this information that we did together on Tuesday to do a fun little layers of the earth cut and paste activity. So this is what they did. I did give them a little bit of help, saying that there was 3, 3, 3, 3 in each one, so that kind of helped them out a little. We did check our answers on Thursday, and actually what this looked like was like this. It actually looked like this a bit. So when we checked it, I pulled back one at a time. So for the crust, this is the first one. For the second, this is the second answer, and the third answer is this one. Same thing for all of the others. So that way, I don't know, it just kind of was a little bit more fun than just saying like, all right, here's the 3 answers for the crust. And it kind of made them feel like a little bit more in order. And then this was out of 12, so I also gave them a grade for this one as well. On Thursday, I also did give them this Cinco de Mayo party planning. They had to create their own food, decorations, and activities, and then draw it on the back. So that was just something cute and fun for them to do, because on Friday they were gonna have their Cinco de Mayo festival. Now the majority of Thursday was actually spent on another PBL, again all free. This one is from, I don't know, but I'll put it right here on the screen. But they had to create their own zoo, and we actually looked up the Houston Zoo. They have an awesome interactive map if you ever want to check it out. But so they had their zoo, and then they actually had to make their map. It was really cool because a lot of the kids were like, Ms. Blanco, can I not use this? Instead, can I draw my own map? Like, can I design my own like buildings, and you know, can I make a rectangle or a triangle instead of an oval like this one had? I was just like, go for it. Because my second class, even though they take longer to complete assignments, they're the most creative. Like, their creative minds are incredible, whereas my first class, they're more academic wise, so they're not as creative. They just kind of want to get stuff done, so they kind of like follow projects to the T. Along with making their own zoo, they did have to create an actual planning agenda, so it kind of gave them an opportunity to like plan out what their day would look like, what animals they would see, and for how long. So that was really exciting as well. On Thursday as well, I also gave them this layers of the earth information. This is from Super Teacher's worksheet, and then on the back they had a couple questions. We did check this on Friday morning, so it was out of 8 questions. All of my students did really good. Now, the activity that we did on Friday was voted least favorite, just because I thought it was going to be more fun, but honestly they were just like, Ms. Blanco, can we never do this again? I'd be like, okay. So basically what it was is they had a supply list, so from kindergarten all the way to 5th grade, and honestly it's kind of very similar to how supply lists work here at elementary schools. So what they had to do is they had 3 stores available. They had Hank's office, the pencils and paper, and the school friend, and they had to decide which store was the best. So pretty much they had to say, all right, I need 1 box of crayons. 1 box of crayons is $1.50 from the Hank's office, but 50 cents from pencils and paper, and then $1.50 for the school friend. And so at the end they had to add up all of their finances and then pick the store that you would get all of your supplies from, but you would spend the least amount of money, because that's what you want, right? You want to spend the least amount of money. So they were very interested at first, and they got to like 2nd grade before they were like, this is a lot of work. In hindsight, I feel like next time I'm just gonna do their particular grade level. I wanted them to do all the grade levels, but I think it is quite a bit of work for them to do all grade levels. So next time I'm just gonna do 4th grade, because that's the grade level they're in. And I think what I'll also do is 4th and 5th, so like the grade level they're going to. The last activity that we did was just a simple division problem. So basically this is like snack attack, and I kind of wanted it to be like, oh well, we're going to actual, like, this is our Cinco de Mayo, you know, food, this is how much it costs. So I was trying to like relate it to the Cinco de Mayo food that we serve. And so these are all of the prices. They gave you the total, and then I told them they had to divide. So I gave them like 3 examples. I know it's kind of like see-through. And then this was my answer key. So we checked our answers Friday evening. So now I want to show you guys around the classroom, because it does look quite a bit different. I remember in my last vlog I did mention something about the bulletin boards. I don't know where, they're all somewhere behind me, and I did take them down, so let me show y'all. So don't mind the desk. I know it's a bit of a fiasco. I was just showing you guys these papers here, but I want to show you what the classroom looks like. The chairs are in a different spot just because we did have our Cinco de Mayo celebration today, which I will talk about in just a few moments. But again, this is currently what the classroom looks like, and this is the biggest change. So before I had those very bright green bulletin boards, and I took those down. They're either now, so this is all from the previous teacher. He is still on medical leave, so I'm just holding his stuff right here for when he returns. So all of his stuff is here, as well as these 2 little holders here. I do have an anchor chart that I did put up and created myself. So here is my layers of the earth anchor chart, if you guys want to take any inspiration from that. I also have 2 new books in my classroom, the travel book and the flag book. These are heavy duty books, as you can hear. I found them on Facebook Marketplace. I picked them up the same day, and originally they're $20 each. I got both of them for $10. Such a steal, and it is such good quality. There is nothing written inside of it. The kids have absolutely enjoyed it. Oh my goodness, I just love great deals. So definitely these two stay in the classroom, but I am telling the kids that any book that they're reading, they can take home so they can continue reading in class. So again, here is what the classroom looks like. Normally, all of these games go in that section, and then down here, like I said, that's the old teacher stuff. This area is a little bit of a hot mess, but we can fix that easily. I'm not going to go inside the closet because nothing has changed since, you know, the last time I showed it. This was honestly the biggest change. Like I said, there's more space. So I'm just going to put more anchor charts here whenever we talk about the layers of the atmosphere, which we will learn about on Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to teach them how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. So that is what they'll be doing tomorrow. Now today, they actually have their Cinco de Mayo festival, which is why all of these games and activities are out, because on Friday they were supposed to have it, but on Thursday, I know we're going backwards here, on Thursday a huge thunderstorm came through Houston, Texas. It was wild. It was downpouring. People were getting drenched. Luckily, it did stop in time for dismissal. It was a bit sprinkly, but nothing horrible, definitely manageable. But because of that, and it was projected to rain in the morning on Friday, the superintendent was like, you know what, let's postpone the Cinco de Mayo festival until Monday when we know it'll be nice and dry. So here we are on Monday. We had just finished our Cinco de Mayo, so we watched a movie from 8:30 to 10. We ate lunch at 10 o'clock. Our normal time is 12, so that did change. From 10 to 12, we played games indoors, so the chairs were stacked, they were pushed to the side where they currently are. The desks were pushed to the walls. We had a big open classroom space. They had so much fun, and then at around, I would say like 12:30 to 1, they were called outdoors so they can spend the rest of the time playing. It was amazing. I wish I had taken some photos or some videos, but it was hot. Like, it was around, I think, 85 degrees, but the humidity made it felt like upper 90s. Like, I was sweating. My hair probably looks a little bit oily, even though I had just washed my hair just because of the heat. I made sure though to bring my hat, so that's what you guys saw on my desk. I also made sure to bring some sunscreen so I'm not gonna get burned like I did last year. Last year, I think I still have my burn from last year, if that even makes sense. Like, it was so bad last year. But this year I brought my sunscreen. Unfortunately, I didn't get any nachos. They had run out before I was able to get some, but that's okay. They're gonna have some on Friday. They always refill. And overall, it was just an amazing day. There was music, people were dancing, parents took their kids home early, so I was like, ooh, less kids. I know, it's so fun. But it was really a good time. I was bonding with the kids. Like, I told them, guys, like, these are the moments where we get to have the most fun, because I'm over here jumping around, playing too. Like, it really is super fun for them as well as me. All right, last major fun activity is field day, which I believe is maybe like, I think the 3rd week of May. So it's like 1 week before we leave. So that's pretty much it. All right, guys, my battery is blinking, so I do have to wrap this up. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and show you all of the fun activities and projects that my kids did do last week. And before it dies, I want to show you what is outside on the bulletin board. All right, so here, before the battery dies, are some of the examples that the kids drew. I have such amazing artists. I mean, look at that. That is so creative. And then we just have a couple here, and then I just posted some of the work that the kiddos did. I think it's just so special. I love his handwriting, super amazing. All right, guys, I think that's it. I will see y'all in the full week vlog. It'll be from Tuesday to Friday, but it's still a full week to me because today, like I said, was Cinco de Mayo, so it did feel supposedly like a Friday, but it wasn't a Friday. So I still have to teach Thursday all the way to Friday. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.